Hi there everyone. I hope you all are doing well, and as I have recently came across that several people are discussing Burp Suite is not understandable to us and we don't know what to do and how to use Burp Suite settings inside. So here I am today, and I am going to discuss about this tool Burp Suite. We all know about Burp Suite, but we several of us newbies and new beginners like me do not know how to use Burp Suite. So firstly, without wasting time, I would like to describe the definition of Burp Suite. Burp Suite is basically a kind of tool which is used to find vulnerabilities. And if we talk in where in kind of vulnerabilities in web application, guys. Now there, as we all know, Burp Suite is a kind of tool, so it consists of so many settings inside it. As we all are aware about the feature of, like, structure of Burp Suite, because we have at least seen it once, so we know about it. So there are several settings like intruder, repeater. Thirdly, if I talk about proxy, which is really very important because without proxy, you cannot capture the request and intercept the data which is coming along from the web applications. Moving on, collaborator, target. Oh, sorry, I did a mistake. Collaborator, yeah. I am doing a kind of mistake, so sorry for the spelling mistake if I did. And wait a second. Nextly, sequencer, and if I say many more. So I won't take up much time and will directly hop on to the Burp Suite. Guys, don't get why I'm using community edition. I'm myself a student, so I don't have a pro. I'll just explain you with the help of Burp Suite community edition itself. So start Burp, and now you will be able to see the tools and settings inside the Burp Suite. Let's just give it a time to open. Yeah, it is opening. So let's say here, firstly, I'm starting with extensions because sometimes in the Burp Suite we do not have like tools that we basically need to test our websites or something. Here you can go to Burp Store, you can see, and you can see there are so many installed, or you can say last updated. It is a kind of store from where you can buy something or where you can use something that is not inside in your Burp already. Now, if I move about Learn is basically you can see the video tutorials to check how to use Burp Suite. Now, if I come to the proxy, look, here is my proxy, which is already opened, I guess. Yeah, it is opened. Here it is. Here, the role of proxy is basically about the intercept. I am just going to focus on today intercept. Sorry. Here I'm just going to discuss two things in this video because I don't have much of a time as I can only record for 10 minutes and I have already given some specific time for it. So here we will be discussing about proxy, intruder and repeater. Else left left settings I'll be discussing in the upcoming video or in the next video if you will want me to. So I'll say proxy. What is the task of intercept? Let's say I have my intercept off. I'll firstly explain it to you what is intercept and what do you mean by proxy. Okay, let's say proxy. The task of proxy is to capture the data traffic that is coming either from the web app or the user. Okay, so let's say this is our web app, this is our user, and let's say the data is being flowing from user to web app and web app to user. What is this doing? Flowing. The data is flowing. And if the intercept is turned on, if the intercept is, wait guys, wait. if the intercept is on, we can capture the data which is flowing from web app to the user and user to web app. So let's move on back to our intercept. Let's say I'll open up my Firefox. Firstly, you should also have a Foxy proxy extension over your any kind of web browser you are using. So here in my Foxy proxy is disabled. Firstly, I'll enable my Burp Suite, and then while intercept, I'll turn on my intercept. Look, I have turned on my intercept. Now I'll, let's say, search for any kind of website or web application, www.flipkart.com. Here, as soon as I entered, and I'll keep on forwarding the data, you can see I got my data. I got my site or web application, right? I got it. And here in the HTTP history of the proxy, you can see that you can get over it. Like I have now clicked on login. You will be able to see, okay, it's not, let me switch off my intercept for a second, and you can see here I got a login page. I didn't got, wait, let me do it again. Let me clear it for you guys so that you can see what I am trying to explain it. Clear history, yeah. Now again I'll click on this, and look, we got a login page, and when I click on the login page, you can see the data that is, this is showing the account header, HTML header, host name, which host I am using, and all the data that it can capture, it have captured. Now if we talk about how to, like if they are stating that enter email or mobile number, if I am trying to enter any kind of, let's say, random 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, any kind of number I have, just it's just for the sake of example, guys, nothing else. I'm not using any kind of number, I'm just trying to explain it. And if I want to do some kind of changes over here in the host or header or in anything, I'll send it to the repeater. Yeah, let's say I have sent it to the repeater. Here we go, and I have to make a change in the flipkart.com. I want this host to be on any other website. I'll use bing.com or anything. I'm not modifying because I am not particularly testing right now. I'm just explaining the usage. So, and I'll send it to, see the response as it shows the response. This is the response of this particular login page, that while we send, or while after modifying, if it says 200, okay, that means we are able to change the request into the repeater. And we can also make the use by clicking on request in browser in original session, and we can copy and use copy this HTTP, and we can place it in the Firefox like this, copy, and we go here in the Burp Suite and clicking on Control V, and then you can say, yeah, you can see we got the same page. But if there is any kind of modifications in my repeater request, and while sending a response I have captured the original request into the browser, then there might be some different results and outcomes. So moving on further, I would like to tell you about the intruder's work. Let's say, what does the intruder do? If I'm sending this request to the intruder and I want, let's say, okay, I have to open here intruder. It didn't send, sorry, let me take it again. Send to intruder. I guess it's not taking up. This is not okay. It's a get request, guys. We have to send some kind of post request, I guess. So here this is, I want to send this to intruder. Why isn't it taking to intruder? I don't know. Yeah, it is sending. Oh, okay, it have sent all those requests that I was trying to, I haven't seen earlier back, so that's why there are multiple of requests. So let's leave it. Yeah, look, here is an account login, and I want to change, like I want to modify, or I want to add an payload to host. I want to so we'll add this $sign, and then you can use it. Look, payload simplest payload position will be null, guys. We won't be using any payload position because we have already used here the